we will remove all remaining domestic restrictions in law. From this Thursday, 24th of February, we will end the legal requirement to self-isolate following a positive test. And so we will also end self-isolation support payments, although COVID provisions for statutory sick pay can still be claimed for a further month. We will end routine contact tracing and no longer ask fully vaccinated close contacts and those under 18 to test daily for 7 days. And we will remove the legal requirement for close contacts who are not fully vaccinated to self-isolate. Until the 1st of April, we will still advise people who test positive to stay at home, but after that, we will encourage people with COVID-19 symptoms to exercise personal responsibility. From today, we're removing the guidance for staff and students in most education and childcare settings to undertake twice-weekly asymptomatic testing. And from the 1st of April, when winter is over and the virus will spread less easily, we will end free symptomatic and asymptomatic testing for the general public. We will continue to provide free symptomatic tests to the oldest age groups and those most vulnerable to COVID. From April the 1st, we will also no longer recommend the use of voluntary COVID status certification, although the NHS app will continue to allow people to indicate their vaccination status for international travel. Mr. Speaker, the government will also expire all temporary provisions of the Coronavirus Act. Let us learn to live with this virus and continue protecting ourselves and others without restricting our freedoms.
Will the Prime Minister publish the scientific evidence behind his decision to remove the legal requirement to self-isolate, including the impact on the clinically extremely vulnerable, for whom lockdown has never ended? Having come this far, I know the British people will continue to act responsibly, and they will do the right thing, testing and then isolating if positive. What I can't understand is why the Prime Minister is taking away the tools that will help them to do that. Free tests can't continue forever, but if you're 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go, you don't sub off one of your best defenders. The Prime Minister is also removing self-isolation support payments that allow many people to isolate and weakening sick pay. These are decisions which will hit the lowest paid and the most insecure workers the hardest, including care workers who got us through the toughest parts of the pandemic. It's all very well advising workers to self-isolate, but that won't work unless all workers have the security of knowing that they can afford to do so.
The evidence for what we're doing today is amply there in the scientific evidence, in the figures for the rates of infections that I've outlined today, and in all the data that is freely available to members of the House. And they can see what's happening with infection rates, with mortality, with what Omicron is doing across the country.